Hey, what's going on? Despised Icon here. You're watching Loud TV.
Alright, on enchaîne ça avec une nouvelle. Je veux voir un circle pit maintenant. Maximum maximation. Celle-ci s'appelle The Aftermath.
How do we feel? We haven't been to France in 2 years, and tonight's sold out, and it's not even started, so it's a great feeling. Yeah, I mean, we don't get to do this often, so every opportunity we get, we embrace it, and yeah, we're gonna make the most of it tonight, definitely. So far, so good. Like four sold out shows in a week. Yeah.
Yeah, UK's been amazing, and yeah, just keep on rolling.
I mean, we were at a point in our lives where we were doing it so often, you know, full time and touring non-stop, and I guess we wanted to experience other aspects of life, you know. A lot of us started families, had other career options, opportunities, you know, stuff that had nothing to do with music, which was kind of refreshing at the time because we were doing it 24/7 for so long. So I think we needed a time off, and in retrospect, after you know, being off stage for over 4 or 5 years, we started missing it a lot and realizing how lucky we were to, you know, be given this opportunity. And so that's why we're back, you know, just doing it part-time now. We only play maybe 15, 20 shows out of the year, so we're not really touring anymore. We're more like on vacation, you know. We're not just punching in, punching out. Every show is fucking awesome. So yeah, just riding the wave while it's still here. Yeah, you never know what to expect, you know. We didn't want to be one of those bands that people just come out for the old material. Luckily, you know, we have a lot of old school fans, but we have a lot of people on these tours that are seeing us for the first time, that got into Despised Icon after we broke up, and the fact that they waited so long after us and they're still, you know, coming out to these shows or coming out for the first time, it's you know, that's why we do it above all, you know. So it's definitely motivating.
Well, the thing is, we gave Century Media all the albums we had on their contract, and when we recorded a new album, what we did is we wrote all the songs, recorded the whole thing, went back to Andy Sneap, one of our favorite engineers that mixed one of our albums before.
He is a modern man.
Yeah, and once it was all packaged and ready, we just said, okay, who's our top label? What's the top label would like to work with? So we just sent a link to the recording to the Nuclear Blast and asked them, let us know what you think, you know. And their answer was, well, when do you guys want to do this? That was it, you know. That was easy. Thing is, like, we've been around for a while, and we knew most of the people that worked there, so it was fairly easy to get in touch and have.
And we have a lot of friends on the roster, whether it's, you know, Thy Art Is Murder, Carnifex, or
Hatebreed,
dude, even Suffocation now, right? Yeah. And so yeah, I mean, it's an honor to be on the same roster as Slayer and Meshuggah, you know, and these are bands that have influenced us quite a lot along the way. So it's very validating. It's very encouraging as well. It motivates us to write an even bigger and badder record. So that's in the works for the time being. No steady timeline, but we've started writing some new material, and it's feeling great so far.
Yeah, that's
pretty big, right?
Yeah, he's probably like a child right now. He's such a huge fan, so he was just already like beyond stoked to mix their album. Now that he's going to fill in on guitar, he's probably super stoked. True. Well, he's the master of the metal guitar tone, you know. Well, pretty much like Nuclear Blast. What I did is I just sent him an email, you know, like, hey, I know you're probably super busy, but we'd really love to work with you again on this new record we just did. And he said, yeah, sure, fine, you know, I loved you guys, you know.
He really loved the pick squeals back in the day. That's some weird shit for him.
You know, I think for him it stands out a little bit from the usual stuff he does, you know, because he's mostly mixing like more like heavy metal or thrash metal, like Testament, Megadeth, and stuff like that. So, well, I guess we're like his little project that it's more like out of the I don't know, the Sentier Battu, like the
out of the Andy Sneap path, or the traditional path or whatever. We try to vary it up a little. They're more like performance-based videos, but especially like the video for Beast is very artistic, I feel. The video for The Aftermath is a bit more straightforward, but it's filmed in the Great White North, you know. We filmed it in March or something. It was super cold. You know, we wanted to show people where we're from. And what else? What's the other? Bad Vibes. You know, it's very reminiscent of this show, Solid Rock, that we used to watch on television in the '90s. You know, growing up, seeing, you know, Cannibal Corpse videos for the first time, or Megadeth videos for the first time, and that was our inspiration for the Bad Vibes video. You know, it's a more it's reminiscent of that old school Obituary sound, you know, stuff that has also influenced us as a band. So we're mainly influenced by the hardcore bands and the death metal bands, and tried to mix it all up, you know. When the time came to form Despised Icon in 2002, it was like our second band each, you know, death metal band each, so we wanted to do something a little different. So whether it's musically or with our videos and all that, we try to stand out a little.
There are a few things in the works. As soon as we come back from this tour, we're gonna play this festival in
Canada, in Trois-Rivières, Canada.
And then the plan is just to, because this is pretty much the end of the album cycle of Beast for touring, because it's been out for almost 2 years now. So I guess now
a year and a half, yeah,
a year and a half. So now's the time to go back to writing. We have like 3 songs in the works. And if we could like record something at the end of the year, that'd be great, and maybe release it sometimes in 2019.
We don't know yet. We don't want to say too much. You know, who knows? Maybe it'll be out in 2022 or something. So, well, A lot of the lyrics are very introspective, and I feel like I want to be a bit more outgoing, maybe have it be more of a reflection of what's currently going on right now. Things are a little tense, and maybe try and show some compassion, you know, not just always be negative, but try and see some positive out of things, or try and come up with constructive solutions or whatever. But, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, so we shall see. I mean, it's something that we've always done, whether it's with Despised Icon or with my other band, Obey the Brave. We're in France right now. It's kind of weird that this interview is in English, but I don't know, I guess it's important to me to sing in my native tongue, and creatively it's also refreshing, you know. I feel like it's a whole lot easier to write it in French than it is in English, but English being the universal language, and us wanting to reach out to everyone out there and be, you know, somewhat relatable, you know, we understand the appeal of doing everything in English like right now. But yes, definitely more French lyrics in the future, as always. Toujours.